Hello, everybody. So today is the final session or workshop, let's say, for the harmonization of chakras, the large chakras in the body. And also with the emotional wellness. So the chakras that we were talking about is the crown chakra, which is the seventh chakras. So we in the body, around the body and within the body, there are a lot of chakras. So if you followed in the workshop in Sacred Valley, this series of harmonization is only seventh chakra for now. And that is a very simple and basic chakras that we sharing as in the gathering. And today is the final one as per nearly end of the year, and it's in this November. So for those who watch these, if you are on the 1st of November, and happy November, and if you are on the 2nd like me, you know that you're sort of like feeling into these November energies. And in Sacred Valley, I always will share newsletters about each energies of the month that I feel into in my body, through my body, as part of my body. So that is what I offer to my community. So today's intention is to talk about what is crown chakras, and also that what is the how do we access them, and what it is, and also that if that is imbalance, what do we see, how do we feel and sense. So as usual, when I come into this workshop or gathering in the community, my field is opened, and I will transmit what is to share and also to receive. If you are in the spiritual world or learning to find yourself, like self-discovery, chakras is not unfamiliar thing. And in fact, the upper chakras is the most attractive to spiritual people and spiritual community, because it is the way of transcend unity. So when I say the way, that is the talking, the sharing of a lot of these new age spiritual community. And it is the fact, and also there is nothing wrong with that. So I'm here just to elaborate of a little bit of what I know, and also that my wisdom of journey of the chakras. And the crown chakras, we know that is on top of our head. And it is so coincidence, I mean, not really coincidence, that all these flowers here is violet purple, like violet color. So that is if you wanted to know about the colors, and that is the color ray of the chakras, and is side on the 7th, which is right there. So when we feel into, or when I feel into chakra system in my body, it is feeling like this, a cone, a cone, or whether how does that feel like for you. So when I said that, it is on the top, open up like this, right? And then the light will streaming through of this energy center. So I wanted to ask a question is, how is the crown chakras feel like to you? And also that we heard a lot of people that channel the light being, they're receiving the message that is streaming through the crown and into the body, and then they talk as in transmit. And in here, I wanted to clarify that with this channeling, especially the word, so the word come into a very, very important feeling like this statement, like just a one word. So it is definitely not a statement, but what I'm trying to say is each word carry of this frequency. So when we're talking about channeling and channeling and channeling, you're feeling like not grounded. You're feeling a little bit of insecurity, feeling a little bit of unsafe feeling, if you can feel that. So you can try to replace the word as in connecting. So when we connect straight. So who do you connect? We always have to ask ourselves, as when we connect through the whole body, the whole chakras and the crown, and connect to the multidimensional self, a higher self. And also that is in the morphogenetic field. There is so many layers that I wanted to share here, because we always have to check internal, like, who do you connect? How did you connect? What did you connect? So before we all connect, we will command our space as the clearest, highest, and purest frequency only in the space. And also disconnect and dismantle all of that doesn't belong to us, doesn't belong to me. So that is the way to purify our space before we enter the field to sit and connect. So that is the first thing, because to create a sacred space so that we receive the highest and purest frequency of the messages or ideas or lights or symbols or code. And however that form that coming through your body, through the mind, and all of that, we get to feel all of this subtle tingling or subtle, like just subtle feeling of the body. And you will be able to pick it up, whether you can, like, using our intuition of the senses, hearing, seeing, feeling the body, or sometimes you can taste it, you can smell it. So whichever this sensory that is the most powerful for you, we all have that. It's just like one or two, like, or inner knowing. One or two of these senses is actually more power because we keep on using it. It's just like a training for ourselves, right? So that is how we connect. And then going on this crown, so when we know that, somehow I wanted to bring into this with the crown, step into your higher sense of protection. That for as a human or humanity, when we reincarnate again and again, we call it as this recycle center. That is like astral plane, and we if you have not awakened, like in amnesia, you will continue to be journeying or reincarnate on the astral plane. And that moment of this circulating again and again and again, that is the purpose of making us forgetting who we are or who you are. So that come into numbness, you become numb, so that it's like a survival mode. So when you like in the humanity, in the human on this earth, you are being forced to feel numb so that you can survive on this society. And our mind would think that that is normal because that is how we can achieve that, so that we can get that, so that we can go there, or so that we can climb up. So that is a survival mode of like doing more, getting more, achieving more, a lot of this action based. And the more that we do this, the more that we're forgetting, the more that we become really numb of or our internal body, especially your heart. The heart wall will be getting, like being blocked, thickened, cannot feel, and or just like, oh, I just don't want to do that again. Like avoidance, I don't want to do that. I just like closing one door, open one door, just literally like jumping to another way, and just don't want to look at that. Avoidance and in denial. So all of this emotion word, just pay attention to this word. Because all of this word is not supporting us. All of this word keep us trapped in our own emotion, trapped in our own mind, trapped in our own brain. And if you feeling that, when I'm sharing that, if you have this aha moment, you are starting to get awareness. So when our crown chakras, so how this crown chakra is connected to what I say? Because if we disconnect, or your crown chakra is not open or disconnect, it's literally disconnect self. Disconnect to the creator within, disconnect to the God within, which is our sovereign self. So feeling to that is the separation. It is when I feel into that, when I started to do chakras, when I understand about chakras is like 2 to 3 years ago. I had spiritual awakening like 3 years ago. I didn't know about chakras. I didn't even know what is the word chakras really mean. And I was like, I cannot feel all of that. That is literally cannot feel all of that. Because my heart was blocked, consequently. And my heart was numb and couldn't feel what is what. I was looking and seeking for how's compassion feel, how are these emotions feel, how does that feel. But anyhow, all the inner work continue to do. And now up to this moment, able to harmonize that. So disconnection, separation for self, when our disconnect to our crown chakras, to be able to access higher wisdom, it is literally impossible, nearly impossible, because without even aware that you are that. So it is really important to understand that our human energy center and also layer of the body as part of the healing, self-healing. So coming back to this is also that when all of this emotion word that I described, it create imbalance of the emotion, of course, and also that in your daily life, in the relationship, in all kind of relationships, whether your work, right, your boss in corporate world, or your like your love lives, people close to you, families, children, just all of these relationships. And also not only with that, and also that in our body, our organ, or in the body, have this relationship. All the energy center also have these relationships. Is one interconnected to each others that cannot be not looked at, because it's like a ripple effect, right? And also like a domino effect or domino effect. So that is I wanted to share, because we have been journey from root, sacral, solar plexus, and also like the heart, the throat, third eye, and today we're talking about crown chakras. So crown chakras, transcendent. I wanted to talk about this as well. So because of the upper body is like going upwards, right? That's why you call it upper body. A lower body is like these root chakras, like root, I mean the lower chakras like root, sacral, and solar plexus. So with these lower chakras, like the more that we wanted to transcend, we also must remember to anchor even deeper to the root and to the mother earth as well as grounding. So it makes sense, right? So the more that we wanted to transcend, we need to do a lot of work of the lower chakras, of clearing, purifying, restoring, and harmonizing in the most highest and purest frequency. And all of this is the reclaim back. Solar plexus is reclaiming what is the power within, so that we empower. It's the self-empowerment act. And coming to the heart, you're feeling this self-compassion. And self-love, when you can love yourself, you can love other people's. And you can bring this love and radiate out from your own heart. And the rest ripple out, as I said, ripple out. People can feel it. The throat is the chance for you to share. Chance for you to really sharing the true self of you. And you are part of the wisdom of the universe that is so much needed. And then coming to the third eye, is that third eye is opening up as higher wisdom that you can see the vision and manifesting is manifesting of the third eye and also the throat, because it's a vision. And then you talk, because this is all the energy, creating this energy in the most form part, like form, FORM, formed. So now up to the crown. So when we clearing all of these from root all the way up, the crown itself is also clearing concurrently. For me to feel into my body is crown and root that are so much interconnected, because that is the flow of the energy on this body. From head all the way down to the back, like let's say that from the back, when you do the breathing, then you can feel it. So I want you to also follow me to practice some breathing right now. So you close your eyes and take a true deep breath in your own rhythm. And seeing and visualizing if you can, or you can feel as well, the air going to your nose and going up to your brain and going down to the back, the spine, all the way down to your tailbone. And then that is your root. And breathe into that again, further down to the earth, the core, and then coming up again to your tailbone, and it's just looping of this front and back, and from top, all of these. And it's the, you could feel it the most of these breathing, soothing, grounding started to coming in. Mind have no thoughts, just calm and peace. And that invoke of this inner peace and listen to your heart. And deep breathe, intentionally feeling into all part of your body, your lower chakras, and bring this energy up through the heart open and feeling into the love that you are, and all the way up. And then you can stay on the top of your crown. Just stay there for a few moments. Enjoy that part. You're feeling the bliss. So the crown can provide a blissful, when we in the present moment, the feeling into this present. When we feel into the present moment, you will experience of the transcendent feeling. And that is not going out of the body, that is coming into the body. Like, welcome this energy coming in to feel into the body as transcend through you as you. And we connect to our higher self, and we connect to our soul, and we connect to all part of our heart, mind, body, heart. Simply just practicing breathing. And if you feel any of the blockage in your body or tightness in anywhere, you focus at that and then breathe again and again and release that. And set an intention as releasing now and surrender, and just noticing it. And now lovingly coming back to the present moment and open your eye and see around your room as it is so grateful that I am in my body. So I hope that this practice that we did, it bring you this, it actually enlightened your body, energy. Because when we do this breathing, it's clearing and purifying and restoring back of our present moment instead of scattered around. So we just did a harmonization through this micro orbit breathing. And it is really powerful. So you can use this practice anytime in your sacred space, or even though in a bus stop, when I did it in the train station, while in a train waiting, like I was like, okay, because standing up instead of sitting down at work, standing up now, okay, let's breathe. So breathing, and just be curious that today, that where is my breath wanted to go? And you just follow. And that is how I do a lot of these experience and experiment of myself and was like, oh, that's nice. I love this. Oh, I feel good. So when you feel good, when you love this, that is connect back to yourself. And isn't it that's beautiful? Instead of feeling separation and disconnection and feeling numb. So that is the simple of the today's session, today's workshop, as to showing you of what is crown chakras and where reside in the body, and also that in the higher sense of perception of my interpretation of external world, and bringing back to reconnect back to ourselves and to feel into this transcendent enlightenment in within our body, through the body, as one of our body, one body. That is the unification, union with yourself, your soul, God within, the creator that you are. And that is the act of self-empowerment. For me, with the crown, that is the most grounded way of sharing my wisdom for you and to you. So I hope that this session is helpful and a little bit different. And that is closing up of 2024 of this harmonization of chakras. So that is all I wanted to share today. And I hope that to bring more back or similar workshop like this in 2025. So that is all for now from me. So much love. Bye for now.